let's talk about San Diego State. That man is brilliant. That man knows everybody. That man is trusted by a lot of people. Talking about Brian Dutcher. Brian Dutcher goes into the marketplace and gets 2 more guys to transfer in. Gets a leading scorer, 6'3" guard, 2 years eligibility left from San Jose State. That's a pretty good player, Latrell Davis. He's going to come in and he's going to stroke and he's going to give him points that they didn't get consistently in the backcourt last season. Comes from San Jose State. Then he gets a decommit from USC, a 6'5" wingman. LZ Harrington, St. John Bosco, averaged 16 points a game in high school. Jumper, leaper. Kid comes from great family background, came home, decided to stay close to home because his dad, who's a medical professional, is dying of brain cancer. Kid's got great values. Kid's a great player. Harrington comes on board. You know, this comes on the heels of the recruitment of the 6'9" kid from Wyoming, Jeremiah Oden, and obviously the point guard, the distributor, Sean Newman. That roster, if Guath stays, and I'm sure Miles Bird comes back, hell of a roster. Is basketball season open a week from now for San Diego
really?
State? So all things San Diego State, this has been a really good week for them. University of San Diego press conference next week. They're going to unveil their all-new basketball facilities. Hats off to them to get this thing done. At the same time, they've just announced a new program. It's called SDNIL.com. University of San Diego, awful late in the process, is finally launching fundraising through their alumni and hopefully what athletes they have who are in the professional ranks to try to build up their coffers for NIL money because they've been really deficient supporting football and obviously Steve Lavin in basketball. SDNIL.com. You get a chance. You're in San Diego. Check it out. There's got to be a way for this community to come rally, for that alumni to come support SD, USD, Toreros. It's SDNIL.com. And I hate to say this, I think University of San Diego is facing a life and death situation with college athletics. If they can't put money in that bank account to make them more competitive, I don't know how they stay competitive if they can't pay NIL money because they don't have NIL money to pay. Now, they're no different than a lot of other people, but this program has really slipped in basketball, both men's and women. The bottom's fallen out in college baseball. Football's in a nondescript conference with no TV media deal. It's a tough set of circumstances. I think it's life and death at USD that they make this thing come together. John, your response to the Aztecs and the Toreros.
The Aztecs news is mind-blowing. They added all these new players in a short amount of time. I'm thinking, how in the heck are you going to fit them all on the roster? There's like 12 scholarship players that are all legit. So I'm just wondering if one of these new incomers might be thinking of, redshirting, or if Dutcher is worried that, Miles Bird or Magoon Guath might get drafted, because all the puzzle pieces, too many pieces.
You need players, and you're going to have injuries, and guys can redshirt. So he's got numbers. It's a hell of a lot better than somebody else who doesn't have any recruits signed and have lost virtually everybody. I mean, what's happened at USD, what's happened at UCSD, that's the exact polar opposite of where San Diego State is in terms of acquisitions, talent, depth, etc.
Well, I've seen like rosters from Indiana and Baylor. They're all gone. The whole team is graduated, transfer portal, or in the draft. So it's amazing that Dutcher's held this whole thing together. As far as USD is thinking, you had mentioned, maybe they're going to get help from some professional athletes that played there, but all the big name professional athletes I'm thinking of played baseball. They should call Chris Bryant. He's got a couple of $1 million laying around for sure. But it's nice to see them trying to build this up. But to your point, they're like a day late and a dollar short.
Awful way behind the power curve in terms of formulating this. But they went through a change in leadership. I mean, they fired the athletic director, Bill McGillis, maybe a year and a half ago, and they're just way behind the power curve in terms of trying to get this thing up and running. They've got an assistant to the president there that I like. His name is Kai Snyder. He's been very influential.
Yeah.
And I think Kai has really helped push this boulder to this point right now. But this SDNIL.com, this is hugely important, I think, for the future financial health of this athletic program.
It's interesting how NIL kind of, when we first thought of NIL, it was going to be like the local pizza shop would help like sponsor a kid. And then it's turned into these big donors and the big money. But it seems like a lot of the NIL money is coming from alumni,
Exactly.
right? It's not coming from the local businesses to the same degree that we thought it would. So, yeah, I mean, and that's why San Diego State, I mean, with all of their alumni, you think they'd be loaded. And USD has probably got a lot of very wealthy alumni.
Really behind the power curve, though.
Yeah.
But San Diego State, they have the Mesa Foundation, which was ahead of the curve in what they did in basketball. And now they're starting the 619 fund to help football. And that's had pretty good response. They still got a lot of work to do there to come up with more money. That's where we are. You're an Aztec fan. You follow USD. You went to USD. Feel free to join us, Fans Forum chat box. You got ideas? Feel free to jump on board, ask a question, make a statement.